Joel, you can go ahead.
Xavien, when you think back on yesterday, what do you think stuck out about the way the Broncos kind of attacked you?
Um, they attacked me with a lot of quick stuff, quick slants and stuff like now routes. I knew a team was going to attack me. 'Cause early on in the season, I've been off a little minute, so I knew guys want to see if I still can play and stuff like that. And just on this side, just taking accountability of just, I got to do my job and work on my technique.
Kevin.
X, when you saw the penalties, was there a constant theme there with you? Was it a technique thing or anything when you went back on film and saw the penalties on you?
Um, I wouldn't say it was a technique. I feel like some of the calls was in the air, but I gotta do my job and not put it in the referee hands to make that call.
Jake, go ahead.
At this point in your career, when you have a day like where stuff just kind of starts rolling in the wrong way, how quickly do you get past that and just kind of flush that one behind and move on to the next matchup?
That's how I work, man. I feel like as a cornerback, gotta have a short term memory, just like the quarterbacks. Plays gonna happen. You just gotta move on and keep going.
X, I did see Lou came over and kind of put his arm around you, I think after that drive. Do you remember, obviously your guys' relationship goes back. Do you remember what he said to you on the sidelines there?
Just holding me accountable. Telling me, work on my hands and stuff like that. What the calls I was getting is getting thrown on me. So just telling me I gotta work on my technique and stuff like that. Really.
If no one else has any other questions, that should be it for today, Xavier.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Tanner, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. If you guys want to go ahead and drop your name in the chat, if you have any questions, James, we can start with you.
Tanner, JT is always very complimentary of you, being a Wisconsin guy like him. But on a more serious note, what is it like to block for a back who can make you right on any play? Like obviously you want to scheme things up well, and you all have to a degree, but there are some plays where he just does stuff that normal humans or even normal running backs probably can't do.
No, it's huge because you gotta in football, not everything's always gonna be perfect. And the guys across from us get paid too. So they're gonna make plays, they're gonna have their moments where they beat us. And obviously we never want that to happen. But JT does a good job in those situations of making us right, making a guy miss, and even on a play that should be 0 yards, we're able to get 4 or 5. And it's huge like that to have that efficiency in an offense and to have a guy back there that can take any given run to the house or, break one for 60 that could be a 7 yard gain is always really important for an offense. And we really appreciate him.
Joel.
What's what's it been like dealing with these blitz happy packages that you guys kind of keep running into the early in the season?
I think it's always something that's a challenge to work through, but it's always a good sign that, they don't feel comfortable enough to just kind of play it straight up where, I think as an offense, we're doing a good job of moving the ball, especially in the first half. I feel like we're able to consistently get drives put together, move the ball downfield, and then they have to kind of change things up to try and find a way to stop us. And so we get a lot of different blitzes, little variations. And we go on the sideline, make adjustments, but I think it's just something we work through as an offense. And I think it's obviously not always the easiest thing to deal with, but I think teams are going to continue to do it going forward. And if we're going to continue to win games, it's something we're going to have to be able to pick up.
How much of it, I mean, obviously there's the identification piece, but how much of it is just Daniel um, knowing where he's got to go with the ball if somebody comes free on something?
It's huge. Knowing where your hot is, knowing where there's going to be like certain places like, hey, there's a guy free. There's nothing we can do about it. It's cover zero. And Daniel's always very good at knowing where that guy is going to be, knowing where his throw or his read is going to be, where he can hit that guy in stride, and we can get a first down on a play that's not always easy to pick up.
James.
Tanner, I know Shane is you all's play caller. What is it like playing for a guy who can be that creative because there are times when I go back and watch it and I'm like, wait, that's how that happened? So what is it like for you when you're installing things, you kind of know like we're always going to have something that we can turn to that could give us an advantage?
It's great. Shane's always got something kind of cooking back there where every week he's like, I got this idea on something we can do. And he kind of draws it up and it's like, okay, like that could work. And it's always cool to see those plays that he draws up. Um, just the ways he's creative and the ideas that he has that are outside the box. I think that's what makes him unique as a play caller is that, he puts the defense in situations they don't want to be put in. And that's always really, really huge as an offense where it puts pressure on the defense for us. And it's always exciting where we can give it a bunch of different looks, a bunch of different ways, show them one thing, do another. And Shane's very, very good at doing that.
You interested in lining up in the Wildcat at all? Or you cool on the line of scrimmage?
You're asking him, I stand up in the
Yeah,
wild?
yeah. If he's creative, I'm just
Hey, if,
asking.
if he ever puts me back there, I'll make sure we score. That's a promise from me. I think any big guy that's ever gotten the ball will guarantee that they can score. Whether that's true or not, is to be seen. But I'd love a package like that. But no expectations of it.
Appreciate it.
You know Pinter has a touchdown catch in his
I
career,
do,
right?
I do, I do. That is a highlight. He's got a little video of it out there, and that's awesome. So maybe we'll find a way to get him back in on one of those.
Do a few more here, Joel.
Quentin, you know, had that one play where they sent him out. It kind of looked like he was telling the ref, "You can't send me out of that." Is that is that kind of where that was going, or
I think the one you're referring to, he got cut on a screen,
yeah?
and he was pretty upset about that. You can't cut in space anymore from a defensive standpoint or an offensive standpoint. You can't cut either way. And he got cut, and he was pretty upset that was a no call. He's like, how can you allow this to happen? Like it happened to him last year as well. So it's the second time it's gone uncalled, and I think he got a little upset about that, which is reasonably so. You don't want to get a big time injury from something like that that's easily preventable.
When Quentin does get dinged up, it just seems like over the course of his time here that he's just furious until he can get back in there. Is that kind of how it is on the sideline?
Absolutely. And it just shows you how much he cares, how much he wants to play, be out there for this team. There's no injury that if he's not going to play, it's pretty serious and it's bad, where he'll try to play through anything that he can. He loves to be out there. He loves this team. He loves to win. I think you saw it yesterday. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get out there and put this team in a position to be successful. And it's always great having a guy like that around who you can tell cares that much, especially at the level that he's at.
That'll do it for today. Thanks, Tanner.
Thanks, guys.